And the individuals that I grew up and I was inspired.
That question that was literally just brought up on screen. We all requested the first.
I don't have a question. I'm just amazed I'm here right now.
I'm in debt to all of you, and I thank you very much.
Absolutely amazing. Myth, the legend, the man that created all of you see around here, brought comic books to the Middle East. It is, of course, Mr. Rashid Al Farouk. Come on, Rashid. He's a bit stage shy. I don't think so. Come on, Rashid, where are you? Get yourself out of there. I think he's getting a personal tour there on the backstage. Is he coming or is he not coming? Do I have to vamp and do a tap dance? I don't know. So as you know, guys, I was asking all you guys for all your questions on my social media, and everything I'm going to ask for tonight, you guys have put out on that post I put out there about asking Chris. So thank you guys so much for doing that for me. It was absolutely amazing, because I was rather nervous about what to ask him, and you guys have done a great job in asking all the questions for me this evening as well. Is he here? Here he is. Please give the man a huge round of applause. He comes up the ramp. The man that brought you PopCon, he's brought you Speedy Comics, and of course all our fabulous celebrities. Here he is, Rashid Al Farouk.
Hello, PopCon!
How you doing? Good?
Good.
Excited?
Very much. How are you guys? Are you guys excited?
This is the man who brought this all to you, which is absolutely amazing. He's going to take a little seat there. Thank you ever so much. Okay. Are you all ready? I think what we should do is a rumbling clap of thunder to bring Thor to the stage. Why don't we do that? Let's see you clap your hands, stamp your feet. Are you guys ready? Let's make a loud noise. Let's make this happen. Please welcome to the stage, all the way from Australia, it's time for Thor. It's Mr. Chris Hemsworth!
Hello.
G'day, mate. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you. Good to see you all.
Have a little seat here. I'll sit on this side here. There we go. Wonderful. Okay. Everybody, Chris Hemsworth. Wow! So, Chris, first time into Dubai, a con?
First time at a con, yeah. I've been to Dubai a few times, but the first time at an event like this, and I've got to say, it's wonderful to see you all, and thank you all for coming.
So you've only been in Dubai a short amount of time today. When you were last here, what did you visit? Anything special? I've flown in and flown out on the way to somewhere, and I would love to come here and spend a bit more time. And we were discussing this today about I'd love to do the indoor skiing, love to do the skydiving, the deep dive, the scuba dive. There's so many activities here I'd love to be a part of, so next time for sure. So obviously Dubai is quite heavy on the map. I mean, everyone knows where Dubai is, and there are some amazing things here. The Burj Khalifa, obviously all of the fountains, and lots of activities to do here as well. So we would love to have you come back and get yourself involved here. Bring the family, have some fun. I'm sure Rush will sort out the hotel. Won't you, Rashid?
This is going to be my tour guide. You're
Always.
going to take care of me.
So Chris, we obviously had lots of posts going out this week. They went crazy, and you guys, give yourself a huge round of applause. You got out there, you asked the questions. We are here to answer them for you. So the first one that's out here, I got this asked quite a lot. It was, if you could be any other superhero, who would it be and why?
I've been asked that before. I would say I'd love to be Iron Man. Yeah. Just because it's the highest bar, it's the highest bench to reach, and what Robert Downey did with that character was inspiring to every single one of the Avengers, and he set the standard, and so it'd be an honor to tackle it. I'd be ashamed to attempt it and disappoint him, but out of respect, I'd love to give it a go.
Awesome. I think, could they get a suit big enough for you then? You're a rather large man.
I think it's a CGI suit. I think they'd figure it out.
Oh, don't give us a you ruined it for me now. So, Dr. Rashid, this is obviously all from you, and I want to say a huge thank you for making this all happen. I know, you've been around in the business here for a long, long time. What inspired you to create such an event like this?
Firstly, I would like to thank
Their Highnesses
Don't forget the boys.
Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed, and my boss and brother who's no longer with us, His Highness Sheikh Rashid bin Mohammed, for always giving us the courage to do what we do in this life. And you know, nothing is impossible. Even impossible is spelled out impossible. And my wife, who is not here today, but she is the main inspiration with my family and my kids and my love for comics. Thank you.
So you've been around with comics for a while. You obviously have Speedy Comics down in City Walks. And how has that been? I mean, obviously, since Chris has been announced, I'm sure you've been inundated with people going grabbing Thor comics and lots of different bits and bats in there as well.
I had to even send my copies. People were harassing me for it. Yes.
Absolutely amazing. So I understand as well in your shop you have this vault. And inside this vault, you've got some pretty special things inside. I know we were discussing backstage that we were talking about these really expensive books that you have. What is the most expensive one that you have, and what is it?
Well, I have a Superman #1, but I think after today, when I get Chris's signature on my first appearance of Thor, I think that's going to be probably the crown jewel in the vault.
Amazing. So Chris, if you could personally have a superpower, what would that superpower be for yourself? What would it be? I would choose invisibility, you see. I'd love a bit of invisibility, so it'd be really naughty.
You join me in that?
I'd love a bit of invisibility, it'd be great.
Some time travel would be fun, wouldn't it? We could go back and rearrange some things and all for the better, and also talk to the younger version of myself and say, here are the do's and don'ts. You know?
What would you say to your younger self, do you think?
Oh, that's it. It'd be a private conversation between us.
We'll do it later. Have some chicken wings or something, we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got this one here as well. I've been asked this a lot. I mean, I think on the social media, a lot of people ask this, what is your favourite movie you ever made?
Look, it's tough to go past Thor 1, you know. It was what kick-started my career. I was living in LA at the time and auditioning a lot, and right when I was about to decide to go back to Australia, this film came about, and ever since then it's kind of been the North Star for everything I've done, and I've been lucky enough to play the character a number of times and do different things with the character, but also in between playing Thor, do many other characters. And you know, the freedom that I've had, that the character has given me, is a dream. You know, if you'd asked me 10, 11, 12 years ago what my dream career was, this is it. So it's, I'd have to say the first Thor was the best experience I've ever had.
Absolutely. Talking about movies that you've done, we had a little earlier the Box Tones on stage, rock and roll band here from Dubai, signed to Universal Records. They're pretty naughty. They asked this question to me, and you can answer if you don't want to. If you're not, we'll just beat them up backstage, it's fine. They said, did you prefer playing the role in Thor 4 or the epic movie In the Heart of the Sea? And could you answer that question in the Nantucket accent that you did in the movie?
The terrible Nantucket accent. No, I won't commit to that again.
Where are the Box Tones?
Where are they?
Where are you? Down the back over there. They are naughty ones down there.
In the Heart of the Sea was a lot of fun, but Thor 4 again, to sort of reinvent the character and do something unexpected was unique for me.
And anyone who's not seen In the Heart of the Sea, it's a movie about Moby Dick, right? There we go.
Yeah.
So it's still in the same.
What are your favourite books I hear?
Okay. So this one also ties in this as well. Are there any actors or actresses that you would dream to work with?
I love to work with Meryl Streep. I've worked with Kate Blanchett. I'd love to work with her again. I worked with her in Thor Ragnarok, and it was incredible. And I'd love to do something contemporary with her, and you know, less costumes and less CGI and special effects. Daniel Day-Lewis, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Gary Oldman. I could sit here all day and just list a bunch of people.
They're all quite short actors then.
That's the reason I choose them. Yeah, as long as I was taller, then that's the.
I don't think many would be shorter than you. So talking about being on movie sets, a lot of people have been asking as well about are there any behind-the-scenes stories, the funny ones that you've been on sets with, because you've done so many amazing films. Are there any behind-the-scenes stories that have really, stuck with you and make you have a good belly laugh on those days where you're like, I need to have a good chuckle? And what is those? Tell us about it.
It's just the absurdity of all of it, of playing a superhero. You know, whether it's on a set in an Avengers film or a Thor film, you know, you're all standing around trying to be cool and heroic, and it kind of feels like a Halloween party gone wrong most of the time. And so, you know, we've had, especially Avengers 1, when nobody really knew what the films were going to be, and it was, you know, kind of diving into the deep end and hope for the best. And we're all in costumes that hadn't advanced to where they are now, and they weren't as cool and weren't as trendy and fitted. It's you know, fun, cringe-worthy, embarrassing moments there that I'll remember dearly for a long, long time.
Absolutely awesome. Now, someone had asked us as well on the socials, what was your childhood dream job, and you always wanted to be an actor?
I had a different idea every week when I was a kid, you know. I wanted to be a football player one week, I wanted to be a lawyer, a police officer, a doctor, you know, whatever. And then I realized those were just characters I'd seen in movies. And I thought, look, if I could be an actor and I could exist in that imaginary space and live out the dream in all these different spaces and inhabit different worlds and so on. And that's the thing, the vivid imagination that acting requires was something that was rampant in me as a young kid and is to this day. And yeah, I'm living that dream job.
Absolutely amazing, thanks for that. Okay, so also as well, when you're around on sets, there's obviously loads of little bits and bats, and when you're coming to the end of a movie, are you ever tempted to take one of the props and like, I'm taking that home with me because I really like it? Have you taken something off of a film set, and if so, what was it, and where is it now?
I've stolen a lot of things off film sets, and then got to a point where the Marvel heads and the studio execs have said, you don't need to seal it, Chris. We'll give you the hammer. We'll give you Stormbreaker. We'll give you the costume. But for a while there, I'd be, you know, bearing it in my suitcase and out the back door.
Scrolling it away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we obviously have to move on because we've seen Thor and we've seen you play Thor, which is absolutely amazing. But obviously, you do other things, not just Thor, which is great. So, talk to me as well about Extraction 2. What's going on with that right now?
So, Extraction 1, when we shot that, the goal was to create an action film that was unlike anything else out there, and we created a one-er, which is a series of shots stitched together to appear like one seamless shot. And I think we did a 12-minute sequence of intense action. This time round, we had no choice but to go bigger again. We've done, I think, a 22-minute one-er. And look, people responded to that character and that world so much that we had to do it justice. And I'm really proud of that film. We just did some additional photography in Prague recently. And we were landing helicopters on the top of moving trains and having people jump out, and then endless kind of fight sequences of 300 extras, and it was more detailed and complicated than anything I've ever done, and more challenging, but something I'm beyond proud of and excited for people to see.
Now, obviously, a load of people here have come out to see you today. Is there anything you want to tell us? There are little sneaky little secrets of stuff that's coming up for you in the future. I mean, there's been rumours about a Mad Max thing that might be happening. There's rumours of other things that might be going on. Give us a little bit. We're in Dubai. It's the city of no secrets.
Keep it between us.
Let's keep it between us. Shh. Oh, well done. We've got a heckler in the crowd. What was the heckle? Okay, why did you not hit someone with the hammer with the axe in something about something? I didn't hear any of the